Hello students, we are going to study about oogenesis. So the question is, what is oogenesis? So the process of formation of female gamete is called oogenesis. It can be defined in another ways also as the process of formation of haploid male gamete or ovum from diploid oogonia in ovary is called oogenesis. It is little different from the spermatogenesis, as spermatogenesis starts after the puberty, but this process starts in the female during the embryonic stage. Like spermatogenesis, it is also consists of three phases. So it is consists of three phases. These are, number one is multiplicative phase. Second one is growth phase. And third is maturation phase. Three phases are there: multiplicative phase, growth phase, and maturation phase. So we have to discuss one by one. First is multiplicative phase. One is multiplicative phase. So in this phase, suppose this is the structure of the ovary. In this phase, this is germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium. So in multiplicative phase, a few cells of germinal epithelium, which are completely other cells, big in size with big nuclei, are called primary germ cell. So these germ cells undergoes into mitotic cell division to form group of cells called as oogonia. No oogonia is formed after the birth of the child. So this is germinal epithelium. This is germinal epithelium. So they undergoes into mitotic cell division to form group of cells called as spermatogonia. Spermatogonia is plural form, while spermatogonium is singular form. So we can make here one diagram. This is primary germ cell. This one is the, and this primary germ cell undergoes to mitosis cell division to produce group of cells called oogonia. This is oogonia. Oogonia, and this one is the primary germ cell. Primary germ cell. It produces the oogonia. These oogonia are diploid in nature. These are diploid in nature. This is also primary germ cells are diploid in nature, so they also oogonia are also diploid in nature. So each group is initially a card. Each group is initially so this is primary germ cell undergoes into mitosis cell division to produce the oogonia. Which is diploid in nature. The group of oogonia actually so each group is initially a card and called as egg tube of Fleuser, called as egg tube of fluencer. So here in this is germinal epithelium, and in germinal epithelium they produces a large number of cells. So this is called as the egg tube of fluencer. This structure is called the egg tube of the fluencer. This is germinal epithelium, and one cell, suppose this one is cell, it is called a germ cell. Germ cell or the primary germ cell. It undergoes to produce a group of the cells, and these group of cells are called as the oogonia. These oogonia are diploid, and each group is initially occurred and is called egg tube of the fluencer. This structure is called as the egg tube of the fluencer. Later it become rounded. Later it become rounded mass and called as egg nest. Called as egg nest. Two structures are there. First, egg tube of the fluencer, and next one is they are this structure is called as the egg nest. This structure is called egg nest. This is egg nest. This structure is called the egg nest. So one structure you studied, egg tube of the fluencer, in which the group of the cells we asked which are actually the card, and we call them egg tube of the fluencer. And next structure, egg tube of the fluencer become the rounded mass and called as the egg nest. So this is about into the first phase, that is called the multiplicative phase. Up to here only. Next phase is growth phase. Next one is growth phase. Second phase, growth phase. Growth phase, actually it is of the long duration. In human beings, it takes about 12 to 13 years. It is a long duration and take a period of about 12 to 13 years. So what happens during growth phase? During growth phase, the one cell of egg nest, one cell of egg nest is transformed into primary oogonia. So here what happens? Egg nest, so many oogonia are there. So one in this phase, one oogonia, actually one oogonium, of egg nest is transformed into diploid primary oocyte, diploid primary oocyte, while other oogonia of egg nest surrounding the primary oocyte forms a single layered follicular epithelium, form a single layered nutritive follicular epithelium and are called primary follicle and are called primary follicle. Here you see here, after that this is egg nest, and another structure we can see here, this cell which is, we can write here, this is egg nest. And after that this is one cell and many cells. This structure is called the primary, this is called primary follicle. This structure is called the primary follicle. Primary This structure is called the primary follicles. First, active of the flugel, next one the egg, nest, and third structure is primary follicle. So this is primary follicle, and later primary follicles, later primary follicle get surrounded by more granulosa, surrounded by more layers of granulosal cells of granulosa cells and called as secondary follicle, So here these primary follicles get converted into this secondary follicle. How? When it is surrounded by more layers of the granulosal cells. So this is difference between primary follicles and secondary follicles. Primary follicles is surrounded by the single layer of the follicular cells, while secondary it is surrounded by many layers of granulosal cells. So here next one is secondary follicle. This is secondary follicle. This is secondary follicles. This is primary follicles, and next one is secondary follicles. It is primary follicle is single layered, and while secondary follicle is multi-layered. Now this secondary follicles soon secondary follicle develops a fluid filled cavity called antrum. A fluid filled cavity called antrum and called tertiary follicle. And called tertiary follicle. So first primary follicle, secondary follicle, and here next one is tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle further grow to change into Graafian follicle. It further changes into Graafian follicle or mature follicle. Into Graafian or mature follicle. Graafian follicles are mature follicles. So we have studied here primary and the secondary, and in the tertiary follicle there is an antrum, fluid filled cavity, and this is called as a tertiary follicle. So this is the tertiary follicles. This is ovum. This is called as the primary oocyte. This is primary oocyte, and it is the characteristic features. It has a fluid filled cavity, and this is called as the antrum. This is multilayered and one fluid filled cavity. This is called as the tertiary follicle. This one is the antrum. Antrum, and this is tertiary follicles. Tertiary follicle. So this is difference. Primary follicle, it is single layered. This is secondary follicle, multi-layered of granulosal cell, while this is tertiary follicle, it is multi-layered but having a fluid filled cavity. That cavity is called as the antrum. So after that tertiary follicle, it gets changed into the Graafian follicle. It is little big in size. It is little big in size. This structure. This structure is called as the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. This is Graafian follicle. and this Graafian follicles mature. This is also called as the Graafian follicles or mature follicle. Up to here we have to study in the growth phase. And the growth phase, this is the different stages of the follicles, that is primary follicle, secondary follicle and tertiary follicles and the Graafian follicle. And here what structure is found here, this is called as this structure which is black in color, this is called primary oocyte. This is primary oocyte. Primary oocyte. This structure is called a primary oocyte. So that, and the primary oocytes, now we have to, after the primary oocyte also increases in the size, and in the mammals and the human it is nearly 200 times great big in size in comparison to the primary follicles. So at the birth nearly 2 million, when a baby, after the birth of the baby, there is nearly 2 million primary follicles, and at adolescence its number reduced as 60 to 80,000 of follicles per ovary. Now we have to see the third stage or third phase, that is called as the maturation phase. So we have to study about the maturation phase. Next one is third phase is maturation phase. Maturation phase. So this is what we have studied. This is multiplicative phase. Multiplicative phase, and after that having the growth phase. So actually this maturation phase is characterized by meiosis cell division. It is characterized by meiosis cell division. By meiosis cell division. Here, what happens in this stage, in the maturation phase? The primary oocyte undergoes into meiosis first to produce, it is 2n, and undergoes into meiosis first to produce two unequal cells. To produce two unequal cells. By meiosis first. This is primary oocyte. This is, we have studied here up to here, this is primary oocyte. Primary oocyte, this is 2n. This primary oocyte undergoes into meiosis first to produce two unequal cells. One is very big and contains nearly almost all amount of this cytoplasm and called as the secondary oocyte. This is called as the secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. While other, which is very small in size, called as the first polar body. Polar body first. Yet both having the equal number of the chromosome. There is no change in number of the chromosome in secondary oocyte and the first polar body. Only difference in the size. Secondary oocyte is big in size as it contains almost all the cytoplasm, while first polar body is very small and it contains a very little amount of this cytoplasm. So this is secondary oocyte. So what happens here? Primary oocyte. Primary oocyte undergoes in meiosis first to produce two haploid cells. Two haploid cells. One is big, contain almost all amount of cytoplasm and called secondary oocyte and called secondary oocyte, while other is very small and contain a very little amount of cytoplasm. And called first polar body, and called first polar body. So after the meiosis first, now secondary oocyte undergoes in meiosis second to produce two unequal haploid cells called unequal haploid cells. One is big, contain almost haploid. One is big, contains nearly whole amount of cytoplasm and called oocyte, which transformed into ovum, into egg or ovum, while other cell contain a very little amount of cytoplasm and called second polar body, called second polar body. So here it goes into, this is secondary oocyte, and this secondary oocyte undergoes into meiosis second to produce two unequal cells. It again undergoes into meiosis second to produce two unequal cells. This is two unequal cells, and this is called as the egg. This structure is called the egg, and this is second polar body, and this is egg, and this is polar body second. So, and this may also divide to form two more polar bodies. It also may divide to produce two more polar bodies. So here it is meiosis first, and after that meiosis second. So in this way one ovum is produced. What happens here? Ovulation occurs at secondary oocyte state when meiosis first has been completed and first polar body has released, while meiosis second completes at the time of sperm entry. So second meiosis complete at the time of sperm entry. So it is different from spermatogenesis, as in this case from one oogonia only one ovum plus three polar bodies are produced, while in spermatogenesis from one spermatogonia 4 sperms are produced. So thank you, that's for today only.